and welcome back to part 9 of Death End Request, where today we're going to continue our push towards the Rosaria Forest to try and get to that terminal so we can try and get to Odysseia. But first, as we go to leave, well, firstly I show off down here to prove a point that I meant last part where I said I don't get why you can explore down here because there's nothing down here. But then after that we're going to be leaving, to which we'll bump into our next team member. Who, to be fair, like, I'll talk about it once she joins properly more, but I've got a few issues with this character, but we'll see when we get to it. But we got a talking cutscene, so I've got to stop talking.
Half human and half beast? Not that I know of. In fact, I think my species is endangered nowadays. Oh, hey, Elle. Don't run. It's dangerous. Uh-huh? Did I step on something just now?
Ah!
Whoa!
Nice going, you brat! Next time, watch your step! You smashed my contact lens!
What? What's going on? Elle, what's the matter? This jerk over here is trying to pick a fight with me. Huh? This person has a buggy too.
Time for a death end, so make sure you press that menu button and save before you decide to ignore the merchant. If you want the rewards of the death end, that is, choose to ignore the merchant, you get this little scene. I always found it's best to ignore troublesome people. It was one of my guiding principles. I guess some people are troublesome enough that such rules and principles don't apply to them. The peddler insisted that she'd give us such a good discount it would nearly put her out of business right before she began firing at us. Before warning her that her reckless shooting would put us out of business, a bullet grazed my forehead, causing a gush of blood to spurt out. So Sheila just got executed, basically. She just got a bullet straight to their head and she just died. So there's your death end, woohoo. So yeah, don't ignore the merchant, talk to her.
You're the one with the clumsy feet who came and stepped all over my stuff! Just where do you get off?
Can everyone just calm down for a second? Let's start at the beginning.
Elle, what did you step on? I don't know.
You don't know? Then move your feet.
What is it?
Ugh! It's ruined!
What? You mean this tiny clear thingy?
It's called a contact lens, you dolt. I need it to correct my vision.
Why would you leave something so important on the ground, though?
Someone bumped into me, which caused the lens to pop out of my eye. I've been trying frantically to find where it landed.
So, I stepped on it and tore it?
That's right. You barged over and ruined what I need to see. Just how do you plan on repaying me for this?
Are they expensive?
It's not just expensive, it's rare. These are imported from the southeast and cost more than over 800,000 eni.
800,000 eni? That much?
Hey, don't you think you're exaggerating the cost a bit?
Who asked you? You got any proof to back up the fact you think I'm lying?
Oh, I think an apology is in order. I'm sorry.
You see, I'm extremely nearsighted. Without my contacts, I can't do much.
Oh, I'm sorry!
Whatever. Since you owned up to it, I'll forgive you. I mean, kids make mistakes all the time.
Really? You'll forgive me?
Yeah.
Thank you so much! I'm so sorry for all the trouble. I appreciate you for forgiving Elle. Yes, allow me to apologize as well. I am truly sorry.
Yeah, no sweat. Because now you owe me one, right?
Huh?
I'm a peddler, see? How's a girl supposed to sell her goods if she can't see? I guess I could try to go on as normal, but without my contacts, I'm as good as blind. Come on, take pity on poor old me.
Sheena.
This girl. She must be one of the swindlers that Rook mentioned. Damn it, Al. Getting us into trouble yet again with your carelessness.
Okay. Well, what did you have in mind?
Bingo! Glad you're on board. That makes our contract official.
Hey, wait a minute. Who said anything about a contract?
A verbal agreement is as good as a contract where I'm from. She agreed, didn't she? You heard her. She said, okay. I'm Clea. You can call me Clea Glaive, the Red Peddler. Nice to meet ya.
And we learnt a new genre that we can use in battle. So instead of swapping it to a shooter, we can now swap it to slot machines, which I'll show off later, but I almost never use it. She can probably see your buggies too, but she might be pretending that she can't. Unlike Lily though, she might have ulterior motives. Don't let your guard down, okay? Got it. So you ladies fancy yourselves some kind of adventurers, do you? Huh? The Queen of Hardest, a girl who takes her stuffed bear everywhere she goes, and oh, that's right, some kid who thinks she's ready to explore the big bad world. Who's the kid here? I'm no kid! You better watch who you're talking to. You must be quite perspective. Who are you? Sheena, hello. She bagged on me for being a stuffed bear. Don't cry, Enigma, it's the truth. Not you too. Anyway, so where are we? Where were we? Don't ignore me. Where are you chumps heading? What are you going to do with that information? I believe her arrangement was only going to be assisting you with your quest, was it not? Heh, Queen, it would be in your best interest to stop making allies. You know the threat the Atoma pose, don't you? Our population's on the decline, which means business is tight for everyone. I was this close to having to close up shop before you guys showed up. Most folks don't consume as many items as venturers do, so for peddlers like me, you guys are how I pay the bills. So in other words, you're forcing us to buy items from you. Forced? That's sort of a loaded word, isn't it? Supply and demand, after all. I mean, wouldn't it be convenient to have someone like me traveling with you? We can even trade rare items. I think it's a fair deal. Fine, our current plan is head to Rosaria Forest. We're taking a ship out from Rosari Bay. Sheena, Mr. Enigma, Lily, Al, sorry if this decision upsets you. Well, if you've made up your mind, then I won't stop you. I too will follow whatever you decide to do from here, Sheena. Is it my fault? Huh? Oh no, it's not like that, Al. Don't take it to heart. I just think that Claire has a point. There's no telling what kind of dangerous masters await us. We might survive longer with Claire around. Ah, well, you're a big softy. I like you, Sheena. You bastard. Oh, lighten up. Don't treat me like a sore thumb. You never know when I might come in handy. Who knows? I might prove to be a better asset than this stuffed teddy bear. What did you say? I'm sharper than I look, aren't I? I'd like to meet you someday. The real you, that is. Claire? Don't mind me. Anyway, you mentioned that you wanted to board a ship over at Rosari Bay. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you won't find a ship there to take you anywhere. Huh? Why? What do you mean, why? The shipyard was ravaged by the Atoma. The place is crawling with martyrs. Until you guys showed up, there weren't too many people asking any seaside vacations. Hence the reason why there aren't a lot of available vessels at the moment. You guys saw for yourself what kind of state the shipyard was in, right? True, the last thing we'd want on a voyage is a faulty or damaged ship. Then, does this mean we won't be able to go sail there? Afraid not. We have neither the time nor the means to dedicate to ship maintenance for now. If that's the case, then our best route is to reach Rosari Bay through the Godot ruins. The Godot ruins are a historical landmark that have been steeped in legend. In the past, the region surrounding it was renowned for its prosperous magical technology, but it has since lost touch with its rich heritage. The ancient peoples, however, who still inhabit the area, revere its historical significance, so they preserve it with their lives. At one point, tourists and scholars alike would flock to the ruins, but now they've been reduced to a nest of vicious martyrs. You sure that's where you want to go? Of course. Nice info. We can't let this accursed martyr stop us from seeing out to our mission. I see. In that case, why don't I show you the most valuable items available in my shop? Trust me, you can't find this anywhere else. Feast your eyes on this. I call it the anti-martyr bomb. The fucking sound effect. Can you think of at least a less literal name? It's so cool. What? The martyrs nesting in Godot ruins are nothing like what you've seen before. If you don't buy this bomb, you won't stand a chance. Inside of it raise guardians known as corpses that were first created in ancient times. This bomb is known as a vessel crusher. With the blast wave, it can paralyze the martyr's nervous system. Then you just refer to it as the anti-martyr bomb. Whatever works, as long as you get the picture. Everything you're saying is flying right over my head. I feel dizzy. So the vessel crusher was it? How much is it? For you, the low price of 300,000 any. For 300,000? Any? That's a fortune! Of course it's a fortune. This baby is imported. Besides, can you really put a price on something that's guaranteed to solve your martyr problem? Way I see it, you could ensure a safe passage of your party on this expedition, or wait here until the ships are repaired. What do you say? Tough call. 300,000 any is a bit steep. Don't you think it's a bit too expensive? I suggest lowering your price to a more reasonable one. Yeah, we'd be getting scammed otherwise. These prices are extortionate. Sorry, but business is business. I don't give out discounts. What a headache. I can't believe that she's charging us. Claire's personality setting always been like this. Well, I'm not telling you to buy it right here and now, however I can guide you to the Godot ruins. Why don't you sit on it till we make it? Since 300,000 NE sounds like it's a little out of your price range. Alright then, let's get out of here, teddy bear. Things are getting complicated. I know, she wasn't like this before. Huh? Oh, nothing, don't mind me. Sheena, I know for certain now that there's no good coming from these bugs. We need to do whatever it takes to get rid of them. I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling that the Atoma's up to something fishy. Come on, all together now, don't just stand there. What will become of us? And you got exchange, which allows you to trade out your glitch points for certain features, which is something that Arata can do. Which, yeah, I'll show you off. Turns field bugs into magical bugs. So the field bugs on the air, on the ground, will transform into ones that boost your magic. And now, although Clea hasn't joined our party right this second, it's on my mind now, so I want to talk about it now. When Clea joins your party officially and you can join her, her stats and her playstyle is a one-to-one improvement over Lily's. Like, she actively replaces Lily. She literally has a higher version of all of Lily's stats and is a ranged attacker like Lily, and has access to select magic. It's kind of painful, but she is just a one-to-one replacement of Lily. So when you get into late game, she will be being used as your ranged attacker over Lily, because Lily just loses her strength. But I should really get back to this cutscene. These buildings look ready to collapse. The slightest touch could cause some of these structures to crumble. Be careful, everyone. Also, don't forget the martyrs live here. In the depths of these ruins wait the corpses. Now, I'm only going to ask you one more time. Sure you don't want to buy the Vessel Crusher? As badly as we want it, it's just too expensive for us. Luckily for you, I can negotiate a payment plan. All you need to do is put down a deposit. Even with a payment plan, it doesn't change the fact it's too damn expensive. Then how about some healing items? I got plenty in stock. What do you say? Oh, we'll be sure to ask when we need some. Whoa! What the? That was a close one. I almost tripped on a sword back there. Oh! What has gotten into you? But Bones, I just stepped on someone's hand. Bones? Where did you see them? Mr. Enigma, these ruins, there are hands reaching out of the ground. Oh, those. By the looks of things, it looks like these are bodies that were buried by a landslide. Take a look at the sword that Al tripped on. There's a crest on the owner's hand. Maybe it was a knight or something. You guys, would you mind choosing another time to casually analyze these dead bodies? Yeesh, they're just bones, no big deal. Everywhere you look, dead bodies, see? Oh! Are you worried about the knights in Hades? Yes, a little. I'm sure they'll manage, though. They're sworn an oath to protect the kingdom and its people with their lives. Ha! That's dumb. No matter how chivalrous they are, if you die and it's over. Claire? My father served as a knight in the Goan Kingdom. The man was steadfast in his principles and got his butt end on the stick of her. Only a fool would throw away their life for someone else. I disagree. Holding on to your principles is an admirable feat in my eyes, as is the will to keep others safe. I am willing to bet that your father would agree. Stop it! Just thinking about it makes my blood boil. You only live once. Why would you rush your death? The only people you need to protect are yourself and your family. You and your knights do nothing but impose propaganda in order to serve yourselves. Can't you see what you're doing is all wrong? Hey, Sourpuss! Who are you calling Sourpuss, you little brat? I thought I'd introduce myself. Ow. Al, you alright? I'm fine. Claire. Hey, Claire, you're a real bully. You know that? Lay off of me. Thanks, Al. I can handle her. But it's okay. If you say so, Lily. I have no idea what occurred between you and your father, but you should hold your tongue from now on. Sorry, I let my temper get the best of me. No worries, I apologise as well. Let's keep going, this path isn't safe. So I'm taking the impression that during her frustration, Claire just slapped Al, just straight up just slapped the kid. There's some new enemies here, so we actually had to show off these encounters.
Lucky me. Al's turn.
But yeah, like. I'm a bit standoffish with Claire's character. She does get better as the game goes on, like most of the cast, but I really didn't like her when I first started this game, which is annoying because of the fact that as I was talking about, her playstyle is range-based attack. She uses a gun in a similar vein to which Lily uses a bow, where it's a ranged attack keeps her distance. But all of her stats are higher than Lily's, and she has more variety in her attacks. Like, she has access to magic as well as like physical attack sort of thing. And it's just kind of like, it kind of defeats the point of having Lily when there's a literal replacement. Like, I'll still be trying to space it out evenly, but you'll notice it when I start using Claire in party. The damage that she rips out, especially when we get much later in the game, compared to what Lily can do, it's kind of staggering. It's not the highest damage they can do, like that a character can do. There's two characters we've yet to meet who are kind of insane, some of the damage they can rip out under the right circumstances, but we'll get to them later on. But we got Tale of Triumph 3 here, and we got a new one we collect Going Grass. These collectathon side quests, you might be noticing them, I'm getting them done as I do them. That's because I've been item grinding off screen. Items you can find in the environment, and they respawn every time you load your save. So to save the hazard, every time, like between parts, I save, and I don't bore with any of the enemies, so I don't get any level ups, and I just run through the area like a dozen times to make sure I have enough to do the side quests. As much as I'd recommend doing the same, it is kind of cumbersome to do. Like on your first playthrough, I'm tempted to just say just play it and accept the bad ending, or at least leave a save in chapter 10, which I'll re-explain and be more prevalent on making a point of when we get to it. But leave a save in chapter 10 so you still have access to your quick travel, so you can go back and do it then if you want to, because it does get a bit cumbersome later on. There's also some free DLCs that you get that give you some basic ones to make some of the earlier item quests like work for you. And there's actually a paid DLC, but I'm not going to actively recommend you buy a microtransaction for any reason ever. But there's a paid one you can get that gives you 99 of every single one. So and if you buy that, every single item-based side quest will be done for you. And if you do buy it, it carries over to every single save file like every other DLC, so you never have to worry about it again. But I'm not gonna stand here and say, oh, if you want to get it. Like, it's only 99 pence. Like it's less than £1, so it's probably like $1.50 in America. But it's still, it goes against everything every fibre of my being to say I'd ever support something like that. So I'm not going to stay here and say, oh, that's an option. It's just, it is an option. But it's not something I'd ever recommend as we get through more encounters. And as you can see here, I'm actively trying to learn new skills for each character, which is why you see me being experimental with each skill. I'm actually trying to find what skills to teach people. There's an item that can only be brought in the very last chapter of the game that gives you access to every single skill in the game if you decide to use it, and that item carries over into New Game Plus, so every character will have every single skill they have if you decide to do it, which is amazing. But it's very expensive. Like, only do it if you do all the side content, because you'll probably have enough money to get it if you do all the side content. Which is only one real major thing in the main game. The other ones are DLC side content, which I'll be covering all of it because it's a super boss and 2 optional dungeons. They give you decent loot and are just fun to explore, so I'll happily show them off as we get into even more new encounters with these little raptor things and snake demons and everything. But the one main extra thing that was a part of the game, other than the side quest we'll get to later, is a thing called the pain area, which the way it works is that if you ever played like any kind of gauntlet mode in any game ever, it's that. It's like, I think it's 50 encounters back to back, with it getting harder and harder as you go on, and then the last one is actually a unique Itoma Queen that you can only find through the pain area and has no relevance to the plot whatsoever, so you can actually get a summon as your reward for doing it, and it's like the best summon in the game. And you get some really legendary gear and equipment for the whole cast as you go. But I'm not sure how I'm going to cover the pain area, because it's not something that can be done in one video. Like, the pain area might be, I might do every 10 fights, or like speed it up, or I don't know. It's ages away yet. It'll probably be one of the very last videos I do to covering the pain area. Sorry, my throat just kind of died for a second there. As I'm doing these recording parts, I'm loving it, but the character voices has been doing a number on my throat. And I kind of just made up a voice for Claire then and there, which is why a random accent just came into being. And it's why I ended up stumbling on more of her words, because faking an accent and then talking as much as she does doesn't work well. Speaking of voicing characters, we're almost into the Godot ruins. Ready, everyone? Please don't overextend yourself, okay? We can manage from here. Who's overextended themselves? We agreed that I'd travel with you as a part of my duty, that's all. Beyond this point, there's lots of dangerous martyrs, right? Yep, the giant martyrs are the ones that we have to keep an eye out for. You don't have to tell me that it's dangerous here. I can protect myself. On the contrary, I think you're all reckless for trying to enter the dungeon without the vessel crusher in your inventory. If you want to make out the Godot ruins safely, then you have to conquer the corpse inside. Courage and recklessness are two different things. If you want to live, then I suggest reconsidering your position. Oh, she just kind of like, for goodness sake, just stop bringing it up.
It's all your fault! Die! Got you!
I'm not sure why I kept this clip in. I guess I just wanted to show it off again.
It's over.
So I'm sure we've shown Al's glitch mode off before, but I kept it in for a reason. Maybe to show how powerful they can be in the right hands, because they hit every enemy on screen. But after you've dealt with them, I think I'll check my skills as well. Oh no, I set action skills. I can finally talk about that because I've been waiting for it. When you press X, it does your quick command, which is just sets up a command for you. You can actually assign what you want that quick command to be, which is what this is, by going to action skill. So every time you press X, it will just set up this instead of anything else. But be wary, if you don't have the SP to do your skill, you can still do the command, just nothing will happen. So you're going to notice every time I do it, I usually make it low costing skills, so I know I'll be safe. There's nothing actually stopping you from putting your glitch attack in your base combo as well, which is a tempting offer, so then you have something the moment you go into glitch mode, but excuse me, are you okay? Who are you? I'm Sheena, the adventurer. Can I offer you some water to drink? Thank you. Your armor. You must be from Gohan. What happened? I was bamboozled! Someone jumped me and stole my money. Damn that swindler. I pursued them from Gohan and then I lost... Huh? You bitch! How dare you! Ah! What's the matter? She is the swindler. She stole every cent we had, then run for it. What? Clea, you... Spare me, would ya? What are you, though? You weren't even there. I was. You tricked my father. Your father is the one who swindled me for my money. When he jumped to the gun by trying to mug me, he dug his own grave. Don't be foolish. Father would never do such a thing. Can't you see? If you let this wolf enter your flock, she will eat you while you sleep. If she tricks you into racking up massive amounts of debt with her, it'll be the end of you. She's a ruthless money collector, no matter who you are. We're not the only ones who've fallen into a conning trap. Damn it, give me back our money. My father deserves his money, but Hey, you shouldn't be moving so much. Damn it, there's no justice in this world. I'll bet anything that she's the one who started that trouble with you guys. Let me guess, she broke something of hers and then she threatened you. There's no way you'd be travelling with her otherwise. What? Shut it, loser. Here I am, letting you talk and you keep on yapping nonsense. I only act in self-defense. I'll never fall for your lies. Clea? Let go of me. If you don't want others to take advantage of you, then get a thicker skin. If you want to survive, then you need to earn it. Oh, and let me leave you with one last thing. Unless I see it, I don't believe it, so don't waste any more breath dragging my name. Look who's talking. I hate you. Let me see your wounds. I can treat them for you. I don't need your help. I'll be quick, okay? Sheena's so overwhelmingly nice sometimes. Bless her innocence. Sorry. Why are you apologising? Was it weird? I wish I could help you more, but I have to hurry on. I don't have much money either. This is all I can do for you. Sheena's adorable in this game. Here you go. Damn it, forget it. How are your legs? Can you stand? Hey kid, want me to help you up? I'm fine, I can get up on my own. Just leave me alone. I see, well, good luck to you. We're leaving now. What is it? Thanks for the water. You're welcome. Like, despite everything that happens, Sheena is so optimistically, naively innocent that it's kind of charming. Like, it's kind of adorable. But I don't know if that's going to continue on to the second game, because looking at the teaser trailer of the second game, she looks a lot more serious and a lot more grounded. So, who knows? Like, Lily's still my favourite of the playable cast, and my favourite character as a whole is Tokiwa. But Sheena's a good protagonist. She's very innocent and sweet. Like, I'm kind of looking forward to the fact that they're doing a much more what looks like serious protagonist in the next game. Like the main character, I think her name is Mai. Assuming they don't change that in translation, that's just what her Japanese name is. Like, Mai seems like a lot more of a serious character. Like, a lot more moody and a lot more grounded. But she also looks younger. Like, she looks like a high schooler, so who knows? Maybe she's just an angsty teen, we don't know. But now it's time to show off the slot machine. It's literally what you think it is. You spend your health to spin a slot machine, and whatever it results in is whatever happens. You can bet more of your health to extend or increase the effect of the slot machine. Then you spin it, and then when you're ready, tap the button and see what comes up. So we got magic.
Come on, let's go.
So because we spent quite a high lot about it, we got a physical and a magic boost, and we've got invincibility, and we set out a spell. So because we had a high bet, we got it. But if you got something bad, like there's one that just hurts your team. If you put a high bet into the one that hurts your team, you can game over then and there. I'm not kidding. Like if you bet like 50% of your life and then get the team killer or the team hurter, it will end your whole team. It's like it does like 50,000 damage to everyone. It's kind of insane. If you get 777, it wins the fight, I think. But I've never actually gotten it because it's just so rare to do it, and I don't really mess with the slot machines in this game because I'd rather earn it, you know, like rather than just like test my luck. But these here, these little item things, this is where you get the item quest stuff, and that's what I grind, which is why there's a save point over here so I can grind the odd candlelight out or grind anything else. Like there's golden grass in here you can grind out as well, which you could also find out in the wastelands. But that being said, up here is our camping point. If you go over and around here, I believe there's an item you can find, but next time on Death End Request we'll explore this Goan ruins and try and avoid the giant monster called the Corpse. But until then, you guys take care now.